workouts, being able to participate in the last game. So two things. What changed defensively? And secondly, how do you prepare when an injury occurs and you're going to come in and protect the lead, which is not easy in your position?
Yeah, so starting off with 2 clean sheets feels really good, obviously, and I think a big part of why we were so successful the first 2 games is we have a good identity as a group, and I think you saw that at the end of last season. We really started to come together, and we kind of carried that into this season. So we're feeling confident as a team, but we know we still have a lot more room for improvement and still places to go upwards. So we're feeling good about it.
And again, you get a negative injury, which obviously, although you were warming up, all of a sudden you can get in there. You know, second-year player, tremendous in his first year already. What's the mindset at that particular time? What's the information from assistant coaches to you prior to getting to the pitch?
I mean, everyone on the bench is ready to go in. We're all ready to help contribute to the team, and you know, whether that's coming in 15 minutes into the match if an injury happens, or 30 minutes left in the match like me, or 5 minutes left, everyone's ready to go in and give their 100% to lock down the leg.
That was a little more familiar for you to slot in centrally, have Chris out on the left. Was that, you know, like kind of an easy go back to last year, and that made it a little more transition-less, if you will? Yeah,
I mean, we played that a lot last year, so I think, like I said, we got comfortable with how we were playing at the end of the year, and you know, all the guys in the back line have good chemistry with playing with each other. You know, we mix and match in training every day, so, you know, Chris is playing well with Sergey, I'm playing well with Chris, Amay is playing well with Sergey, we're kind of mixing and maxing.
Yeah, I wanted to ask on Sergey, how's your relationship going? Do you guys get in training a lot, and how's that partnership for you?
Yeah, he's great. I mean, he's very experienced, so he's very comfortable on the ball out there. He's got good leadership. He just brings a good presence to the back line for all of us, so yeah.
Let's get into that, and I guess beyond the Bull Durham, just here to help the team, but from a personal standpoint, looking at guys like Taylor, like Bryce, and you, who had all started significant games last year, but now the season starts and you're on the bench. How do you handle that as a professional soccer player? How do you handle that personally?
Yeah, I mean, we're all team players. We want the team to do well, so obviously everyone wants to play as much as possible, but at the same time, we want to do whatever we can to help the team. And we know it's going to be a long season. Guys are going to have stretches where they're playing more, where they're playing less, so whichever stretch it's in, just doing whatever you can to help the team the most.
As off of this, that you've been here through the transition, how the team started last year, how it's starting this year. What's the biggest element that led to that change?
I think it's just our identity as a group. I think last year we kind of started off, we had so many new guys come in. We had, I don't know what it was, like 20 new guys coming in, and everyone was getting to know each other. We didn't know how each other played, but now we're meshing as a group. We know each other's tendencies. Players know who likes the ball where, how certain players defend in certain situations. So I think just that time together has really let us click super well.
Are you having more fun off the field too? Because last year, so much of it was hanging out up there, getting to know each other, spending all that time together. Are you guys like becoming friends? I guess. Like, I know you're coworkers. And
yeah, we got a super good atmosphere off the field. This is obviously like the only professional team I've been a part of so far, but a bunch of guys on the team say it's one of the closest professional locker rooms they've been a part of. So off the field, we're having a good time enjoying each other's company.
New York specifically, from your perspective as a central defender and how you communicate with the 4 or 5 people closest to you, going to Yankee Stadium, the smallest park, probably too small to be playing in MLS. How does that change the way you would prepare and how you would actually play in a game? Yeah,
we've been working on stuff in training, and I think what was good last year is we got to play there twice. We got to play there in the playoffs, so everyone who played there, we got 2 goes out there, so I think we're going to be a little more comfortable out there this time, and we're going to know how to play.
But I mean, how does your style play? And the fact, especially I guess the first 2 games, Thomas and I were talking, it seems to be a lot more high intensity ball movement now, which would kind of play into playing in the smaller confines anyway, so not as big an adjustment?
Yeah, I mean, we want to play, we want to take the ball and be brave to play, but you know, if teams are pressing really high, then sometimes you just have to find the third line option, so kind of depends how New York presses at different times in the game. You just kind of got to adapt and go with the flow.
Thank you, Ryan. Thanks.